Hello my friends, this video is super special today. I'm not gonna have any guests speaking with you. It's gonna be just you and me. Because look what I've just received. And I was waiting to share this special moment with you. As you can see, the box is still closed because I want to open with you. But wait till the end of this video because I'm gonna share the 5 tips that you can use to get this. So stay tuned till the end. Let's open this first. Let's go. Perfect. Now I am excited. Let me start opening this. I'm done with the knife. Guys, I think this is the prettiest thing I've ever received. Let's take a look at the certificate. Beautiful, right? International Information System Security Certification Consortium, awarding to me my credentials. This is beautiful, guys. We worked so hard, we studied so hard for moments like this. Now I have my membership card, my full name, certification number, certification cycle. This is beautiful. This is a funny thing. Now I have a certification pin. Okay. On my next interview with a cybersecurity leader, I'm gonna be using this. I promise you guys. There is a welcome letter from Resouces, CEO of CISSP. Amazing. Patrick Craven, Director at Center for Cyber Safety and Education, welcoming me to the family. This is great. Ask me to get involved, to give back. I think we are doing that right, guys, with this type of videos. How to stay in touch, where to start. Amazing. Let's keep this here, and this booklet. I think those are some valuable information about how to keep the certification. Let's see. Yeah. How to maintain the CPEs, the type of CPEs, Group A, Group A or B, the annual requires, the 3-year cycle total. Seems like a standard information that they send to everyone, right? Because we can see all the type of certifications here. All the benefits, I love those benefits. And guys, keep this book in mind. We're gonna be talking about this one in a bit. So stay tuned. Some membership connections, more benefits, how to get the digital badge. I got this digital badge already a couple of months ago. Perfect. How to join a local chapter. Oh, for sure I'll be doing so. Perfect. But really, guys, this is beautiful. For sure, I'll be hanging these on my wall so I can take a look and know the work and the effort that I put to get this certification. And I'm sure that in some time, it's gonna be you that's gonna be receiving this one. But let's get back to the video. It is such a special moment that I was waiting for. I took my certificate back in December 2020, and we know the situation, it took more than expected to receive my certificate, but it's worth it, I can assure you. But now I would like to share the 5 tips that I use to get my certificate. And if you follow those tips, your chances will increase. So, tip number 1 is schedule your exam right away. Don't wait until you think that you have studied everything, you practice a lot, and then to schedule your exam. Remember that you already have the experience. You are dealing with the subject on a daily basis. There is no need for you to have this feeling that, oh, there is nothing more that I can study to schedule the exam. Try to think in backwards. What I mean by that is, understand how much time you can dedicate per week to study to this exam. And do the math. If it's gonna take 5 weeks, it's gonna take 2 months, schedule your exam right away. It's important to set your mindset and to have this time pressure that the exam is coming for you to put your maximum effort. So don't wait until you feel that you have everything, that you have practiced all the questions available in the market to schedule your exam. Try to think the other way. I can assure you, this pressure, this tiny pressure, will help you succeed. Now, tip number 2, find trustworthy resources. Do not rely on too many sources. Understand the type of person you are. If you are the type of person who likes to get and take online courses, do so. There is plenty of good courses in LinkedIn Learning and Udemy that you can use, especially in LinkedIn Learning from my channel. But if you are the type of person who likes to read books, if you learn better by reading something, I can recommend 3 books that I use to get my certificate. The first one is the official CBK study guide, or the CBK reference, an official guide by CISSP. This is an amazing book, a little bit big because it contains more than 1,500 pages, but of course, if you are able to go through all the book, for sure, you're gonna pass the exam. The second one is the CISSP certificate official study guide by Mike Chappell. This is an amazing book containing a lot of theory but also a lot of practice. I highly recommend you to go and buy this book, the 8th edition, so you can use right away. The third book is the 11th Hour CISSP study guide by Eric Conrad. This is another great resource. I understand that can be sometimes overwhelming to use 3 books, but feel free to use one of those 3. I had time to go over everything, so I truly recommend in case you have time to go and do the same thing. I added to the description of this video links to these books. So if you want to use those links and purchase your own copy, it's gonna support the channel, okay? The third tip is one of the most important. Set up your strategy and stick to it. What I mean by that is, once you schedule your exam, you understand the resources that you're going to use. You understand how much time you're going to dedicate it per week until the final date. Do not change that plan. Sometimes people get overwhelmed with a lot of different resources. They thought at first, oh, I'm going to start reading this book. But in the middle, they join a Discord group, or they want, oh, I think I need more, and I'm going to get an online course. And at the end, they don't complete the whole domains. So guys, trust yourself. If you're going to get good references, you can cover everything that contains at the exam. So don't worry, trust yourself and follow the strategy that you set up from the beginning. Do not change it. Now, tip number 4, remember that you are a manager for this exam. You do not need to go in a very deep details to this exam. Sometimes it's better to have common sense than that very deep technical knowledge to pass and succeed on this exam. Remember that we have a lot of domains, a lot of content, but they are just 1 inch deep. Start thinking as a manager, not as a technical person, and you will succeed in this exam. I guarantee you. And finally, my tip number 5, practice as much as you can. There are 2 reasons why it's important. One is to understand the type of questions that you're gonna get in that exam. What I can recommend to you, get some Udemy courses from Thor Peterson. They have a variety of questions that you can answer. more than 2,000 questions, and I'm sure you're gonna get prepared for this exam. And the other reason is because you're gonna realize, you're gonna see exactly the domains that probably you need to review one more time. We know that the requirements for this exam is to have experiences in 2 or more domains. But sometimes one software developer person doesn't have the experience on the domain number 4, for example, and vice versa. So use the questions to make sure that at least you can score 80% in each domain every single time that you do a practice exam. And practice as much as you can to get used, to feel relaxed, to be comfortable with the type of questions that you're gonna face throughout the exam. And of course, the exam, now we have a different type of exam. In the past, we knew that we have like 250 questions that needs to be solved within 6 hours. But now we have this adaptive testing where you need to solve 150 questions in 3 hours. Even though we are talking about 50 questions per hour. Depends how much questions you're gonna get on the exams. We know that, right? So practice so you can answer the questions as fast as you can, so you don't feel pressure on the time to end your exam. So practice a lot, and guys, follow these 5 tips, and I'm sure you're gonna get that beautiful box that we've just unboxed. Guys, as I said at the beginning, this is a very special video for me to share with you today. Next week, we're gonna get back with our standard videos, and another great guest will be with us to share her knowledge. Thank you very much. See you next week.